Ahoy, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral, Age of Sail, the War of Independence. We are going to do a land battle. At the end of the last mission, I was given the opportunity to choose a naval or a land engagement, and the naval engagement wasn't very exciting. It was just run away from the fleet. We couldn't fight them, we only had a brig and a cutter. Alright, so we're going to do the Battle of Bunker Hill. On June 16th, 1775, the British were planning to occupy the hills surrounding Boston. Colonel William Prescott led colonial militiamen on the Charleston Peninsula and built fortifications on top of Breed's Hill. On June 17, the British forces landed on Charleston Peninsula, and at 3 PM, the British attack commenced. Destiny brought us to this hill, and we have fortified it to defend our rights to be free of the dreaded British Empire. To our left, men have hastily erected wooden barricades. And it looks like we have a few British ships there firing on us. More Patriots are on their way. We need to bring them into battle post-haste. The British are bombarding Charleston mercilessly from Boston, setting the town on fire. There are ships everywhere. British regulars have begun landing at this position and will advance. We are low on numbers and supplies, facing the strongest army and navy in the world. Nevertheless, we are determined men and our morale is high. We stand for liberty. Hold your fire. Wait until you see the whites in their eyes. I'm going to turn down the volume just a slight amount. It is a bit loud, this game. It looks like we have a pretty substantial fortification. We have artillery in sight already, so we'll dial those guys in. A very large ship of the line in the bay, firing on the town. HMS Lively. Now, in the naval engagement, those guys chased us out of the bay, and we couldn't fight them. I managed to capture I believe it was a sloop and another cutter, but we had to run. I really wanted to try and cheese that ship of the line and capture it in the very second mission. But I had no way of actually penetrating it, I don't think, with a 4-pounder gun. That's okay. So I decided we'd do the exciting route and we'll have a land battle. We are defending the 13 colonies. The British want them. We have a bunch of regulars coming up the road. They are on quick march, so they will be tired when they get to the battle. Looks like we have the first sight of Grenadiers and the 5th Foot Regiment. There are 3 artillery positions. I need to set up some kind of flank defense here at least. I do wonder if those Englishmen are heading towards those barricades down the road here. HMS Falcon is firing on our barricades, and HMS Glasgow is also firing on the reinforcements, so we need to keep them high on the hill. There are a lot of troops coming down there. The 4th Foot Regiment split into 2 groups. There's nearly 500 men. We have a few reinforcements, but they aren't... I don't believe they are full-time infantry. Artillery and another regiment coming down the side on the right side of screen. We'll bring them across to shore up defenses on this flank. We brought 2 units of Fusiliers with us. I need to try and keep those guys alive. They are my men. They're also better fighters than what we appear to have here. Barricades are taking fire from the artillery. We have done some damage to one of the artillery units. An English force is determined. They have artillery as well. So we've got 4 enemy artillery pieces visible. I am going to try and push up the hill towards those Grenadiers. I can't have that artillery sitting there that close. This is very dangerous for this unit. So we'll send some assistance with them. I'll push down the regulars, down the hill, some Fusiliers. We have more troops coming up the road. They're almost here. They are very tired, though. They're not going to have much time to rest before the English are upon them. Alright, we're going to rush this position. The Grenadiers are pretty hard to fight in melee. They are well-seasoned troops. So I'll bring my Fusiliers around to try and flank them. while the scenario units take the brunt of the fighting. Bring my other unit of Fusiliers to shore up the defensive line. It's a bit chaotic. Men are everywhere. They have opened themselves up to being fired upon by the artillery to the north. Down that road, that is a bit of a kill zone. I need to set up a line here on the flank. Alright, we'll get those units to engage the Grenadiers now. They have a very good position. The 11th regulars are taking substantial fire from those artillery pieces. We need to get those Fusiliers around. Get the other regulars up to attack that artillery piece before I can open fire on our other defenses. HMS Falcon's having free shots on that poor unit there on the beach. The English have opened fire on our defenses. They do outnumber us initially. If I can get these other guys into the fight, they will be very tired. We've had one of our units rout already under the face of that withering cannon fire. The regulars are going to attack the artillery piece before it can fire on the defenses. They have taken some shots and they are wavering already. They'll be able to handle that cannon crew pretty easily. They're 300 men. The Grenadiers are taking fire from 3 positions, but they are in the tree line at the top of a hill. We've pushed the artillery crew away from their weapon. And the 5th Foot Regiment from the Crown is under fire from all of our regulars that have just arrived on the battlefield. Routing unit still taking fire from the cannon. The 43rd Foot Regiment is running up the hill towards our defenses. Cannons opening fire. They are shielded a little bit by the terrain. Alright, the battle is underway. Once we break those Grenadiers, we can rush up the hill and take that artillery piece. I will take control of this one as well, splitting some troops off. And we'll bring up that artillery piece to assist with the fight. Oh, the defensive line is broken. We need to get some men onto that wall. They are exhausted though from their long march to battle. Fortunately, the 5th Foot Regiment is now breaking, fleeing from the field. We won't be able to put up much of a chase. And they have rallied not far from their compatriots. Our lines are breaking here. The English troops do have the benefit of weapons and morale. Let's get our Fusiliers up the hill. The Grenadiers have broken. We need to take advantage of that collapse. At the moment, the hill's looking okay. There aren't too many men there to support that attack. Bring the artillery piece a little bit closer. At the moment, it could go either way. We have some momentum here. Once I can clear these guys off, we can bring some troops down to try and flank these English here, who have now made it through the lines. So we've had to swing the line around a bit, coming from the eastern side of the map now. Southern line has collapsed. We need to keep them away from that control point, so we need to push forward. We do have the weight of numbers, and we have infantry coming over the hills now to flank them. The 5th Foot Regiment is turning around to face them. The artillery piece on the hill here has shattered. We need to press that advantage. We're going to push up. Get rid of these Grenadiers. It's a bit of back and forth here. I need to wait for some of my troops that fled to rally up. We have a nice box going on here. But at the same time, some of our troops are collapsing. That close range flanking fire from the 4th Foot Regiment. They're doing a great job. Yeah, proving to be tough opponents. Grenadiers, likewise, very strong unit. They will keep coming back unless I get them to surrender. Our troops are exhausted, but they need to keep fighting. We don't have enough to cycle them out. Supply, not looking great. We don't have a supply line. Oh, we do. We have a supply wagon. Oh my god, they're so slow though. I wonder how long I've left that there waiting. Those supplies are really needed actually. Oh, the artillery crew's coming back to try and regain their peace. Oh, the units that came through on the rear have broken. Because they're taking fire from the ship too, I believe. HMS Falcon. They're supporting fire. Alright, I think we got this under control now. We need to rally our men up, form up a strong line. Despite our morale issues, we are pushing the battle in our favour. Unless the English come through with another batch of reinforcements. It actually looks like they might. Some boats have landed up there to the north of the screen. That troop transport is moving away. Wow, that's actually quite a substantial attack coming up the hill. We were paying more attention to the southern side of the map. Once I clear up this battlefield, I'll be able to press all these troops north. We just have to hold the line on the hill. We got a little bit ambitious here. Our troops are a little bit fragmented. Let's try and set up a strong front line. I have a feeling they're going to push their way up that hill very soon. We need to finalize this battle and get those troops up the hill. This will be a sure fight, I think. We're fighting them on 4 sides. It's just a matter of breaking their will. Supply wagon's going to take forever. Oh, we now have a second one. Might be too little too late for supplies, though. The English are holding on. They've broken one of our units. We need to really press forward. Got some fire support. They're so slow, those supply wagons. Alright, our defenses on the hill have broken. The English Grenadiers have made it to the top of the hill. Our unit of Fusiliers is determined to capture these Grenadiers that keep pressing forward, but now we have Royal Marines pressing on the flank. We need to make one of these units rout, and then we just need to all in charge, I think. Right, almost there. The English have nowhere to go, so they're going to fight to the end. The English are pushing down the road. We need to pin these Royal Marines before the Grenadiers come back. Actually, I'm worried for these Fusiliers. I have overextended them. They are performing pretty well. 2-to-1 kill ratio. This hill is a big concern. We've lost both our cannon. I have taken too long to finalize that battle down to the south. It looks like it's over. Looks like the English tried to charge. They have. Trying to break their way out. But it's all over for these guys down here. An exhausted charge into the side. The 4th Foot Regiment holding on under the fire support of HMS Falcon. The 5th Foot Regiment. They're determined to hold on too. They are stubborn buggers. Get up! Charge! We need to get our attention back to that main hill. There we go. And they have surrendered. The 5th Foot Regiment has surrendered. There's no point fighting on. Their officers are probably dead. Meanwhile, on the hill, things are a little bit dire. Fortunately, the captured cannon is offering fire support. Again, the Royal Marines are very tough. We need to do a rear charge, I think. We have no condition left. Maybe we should just keep shooting them. More of our units are collapsing. We managed to push back the 63rd Grenadier unit. 65th Grenadiers are pushing up on the hill. We're gonna fight back these Union Jack bastards. Lots of our units have broken and reformed. Supply wagon's about a week away. We have just under an hour left in game time. These guys are refusing to surrender. Oh, we're about to lose our cannon. Let's get up there and assist that cannon. Very fierce battle as the British get across the defensive line at the top of the hill. There are 2 units, 2 gun lines there waiting for them. Oh, friendly fire into the cannon crew. Seeing the desperation that the Americans have to save their cannon crew, firing into their own lines, the British have broken. The Americans are crazy. The 4th Foot Regiment has finally surrendered. Get back on the cannon. These guys are in the open. We need to press that artillery. Now that the infantry is down, these guys need to get into the fight as well. We need to start pushing them back. The 63rd Foot Regiment have routed across the field. And if they rally up, they're going to be twice as strong in that section. Supply wagon still coming. Meanwhile, we'll get our reinforcements up onto the hill. We've lost an officer cadet. Royal Marines refusing to surrender. We need to press them harder. Artillery unit is dry on ammunition. These 2 units here of regulars are trying to fight the 43rd Foot Regiment off the hill. They are wavering. They have more men. But we had better angles of attack. Trying to form up a solid line. Those cannon are dry as well. We need to get rid of the English cannon. Press them forward, push them. Our Fusilier unit is sitting there proudly atop the hill. They're going to be the ones responsible for holding the line. The militia and the regular units given to us in this scenario don't have the best morale. Well, the cannon had some ammunition left. Need to make sure our prisoners don't regroup with their allies. They will switch back to fighting in a moment. Alright, we've pushed them off the hill on that flank. They're still pressing up the center. They also set up a firing line to shoot down into the back of our troops, at the expense of getting shot in the back themselves. It can be a little bit finicky to select the units you want. We've drawn them together into one solid unit. Press that artillery. We need to get rid of the big guns. We are slowly whittling down the King's men. But I'm very worried about my units over here trying to press these artillery. We just need to get rid of them. Your lives for the colonies. Alright, we silenced that cannon. I believe there's one left. It looks like it's been killed by our own cannon. I have to cycle in some more troops onto that front line. 24th are about to shatter. The 1st Royal Marines have finally broken. They won't be back. They certainly did their part in fighting us. Let's bring together all of our units into larger. Form up. We need to get them away from this hill. I think the battle time will be over before the supplies even arrive. Supplies are almost here, actually. That's good. We need to get those to the front line straight away. These guys are out of ammo. You're going to have to run. Try and stay alive, guys. Got some cannon arriving. I believe they have a little bit of ammo left. Need to bring our other cannon up to our main forces. Consolidate in the center now. It's just a matter of holding them long enough. Cycle out the Fusiliers, keep those guys alive. They're probably going to get shot in the back, so charge everyone else forward. Another officer cadet has been wounded. Supply wagon arriving on the hill. Let's get these guys into solid units. The maximum unit size is 320 men. Just press the charge. That's it. They're collapsing now, that's good. Let's get on these cannon again. Get on the breachworks. That one's nearly destroyed. Careful there with that cannon. Supply wagon, move forward. We need to supply the front line. Our poor units there on the peninsula. The 10th Regiment and our Fusilier unit look like they're going to be run off into the hills. The English preferring to go and kill them than come and fight on the hill. Supply wagon is arriving. We should have brought it up sooner. I would have kept our cannon firing the whole time. But that's okay. Everyone's going to be slowly resupplied while they continue to fight. Okay, I think we've pretty much won the battle now. It's just a matter of cleaning up and holding on those last 10 minutes. Turning the speed up to make that go a bit faster. Making sure not to get shot by HMS Lively. Let's bring a cannon down and see if we can't fight it. There are boats on the shore. Maybe if I get it to surrender, I can just go and capture it. But it does outgun one artillery crew. That was a pretty bitched battle. If I did that again, I would concentrate more on finalizing that battle down in the south early and bringing the supply wagon up sooner. But But it was certainly more action-packed than the sea version of this mission, where we just basically had to run from this map with those ships there on our tails. With the exception of the ship of the line, it didn't move. I did manage to capture a cutter and a small, I believe it was a sloop. But ultimately it was just click on the evac zone and wait for your ship to get there. And I didn't think it was very fun. And that's wrapped up. We've defended for as long as possible. I'm going to send a crew down there to try and shoot that ship, but I won't. I'll let you know how that goes. We've done a little bit of damage, but we've nearly lost all the guns. It's okay, they weren't mine anyway. Let's finish off. A draw? What? Okay, anyway, that was a good battle. Make sure you tune in next time.